pressure on the mayor for the residents of Boston to have a say in the school department policies. So, thank you.
Thank you. Ann Powell, Jerry Scapituto, Sharon Jones, and Angel Winston over here. And, sir, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the City Council, Superintendent, and BPS staff. My name is Rahsaan Hall. I'm the Deputy Director of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights and Economic Justice. And myself, along with my colleagues Matt Kreger and Priya Lane, are here in opposition to this budget proposal that seeks to eliminate busing for 7th and 8th grade students in the Boston Public Schools. The Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights has been committed to the struggle for equity and access in education, beginning with our involvement in the 1972 case of Morgan v. Hennigan, and we seek to continue that struggle as it has presented. Concerns of equity have presented themselves again. This plan or this proposal, coupled with the new student assignment plan, will increase students' racial isolation by forcing families to choose between quality schools and safety.
Right.
Residentially, Boston is a racially and socioeconomically segregated city. You'll find that in Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan that there is the greatest concentration of people of color. And all of the children living in those neighborhoods in that corridor, at least 42% are living under poverty, and that is the highest concentration in the Commonwealth today. And so there is tons of research that suggests the benefits for students of color in high poverty communities to benefit from going to schools that are in more diverse communities with more socioeconomic diversity as well as racial diversity.
Absolutely.
And so there is this student assignment plan that proposes to create more opportunities for students to have access to higher quality schools. But a recent comparison that I did to 61 Shandon Road to in Dorchester to 61 Grayfield Avenue in West Roxbury shows an alarming disparity. And I have handouts that I can give to the city councilors. But quickly, 61 Shandon Road, out of the 5 closest schools, the Tier 2, there's only one, and there's only one Tier 3, and the rest are all Tier 4s or not ranked. And the first Tier 1 school is 1.38 miles away. That's the Henderson K through 4, and it's listed as a small enrollment. And the next Tier 1 school is 1.64 miles away, the Philbrick, and that's listed as a small enrollment school, versus 61 Grayfield Ave in West Roxbury, where the top 3 out of top 5 closest schools are Tier 1, and the remaining 2 are Tier 2, as well as the 6th. And the 2 closest Tier 1 schools are both listed as medium enrollment. The next 7 schools that come up on this child's school options are on average 3.5 miles away, including 3 Tier 4 schools. Then the rest are not ranked, so a kid in West Roxbury would have to go further to get to an underperforming school than a kid in Dorchester. So these are the situations, and then you're asking students to be placed on buses and families to make decisions about whether or not they're going to trust the MBTA to safely transport their student from home to school and school back. And so you couple this student assignment plan with concerns of safety, and this creates a dangerous two-step where we're forcing families to make the sad and unnecessary choice between school safety and furthering the racial isolation of our students. Ironically, several members of the council have already had a hard enough time honoring Broward versus the Board of Education of late, and this would only further serve to dishonor it. Councilor Jackson recently, I'll wrap it up. Councilor Jackson recently mentioned the comparison to Chicago. There's no need to recite the horrific crimes that have happened to children that are being transported back and forth. There's this concern or the mention made of this voluntary stopwatch program that the MBTA may be involved in, but it's voluntary and there's no support or mandate from the Boston Public Schools to ensure that there are recognizable adults in the T stations for these children to recognize. Someone else mentioned that this is being done at the tune of a cost saving of hopefully $8 million, but we're talking not about numbers and widgets, but the lives of our children. So that we ask that you reject this proposal in as much as it contemplates forcing parents to choose between quality schools and child's safety.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I could reiterate everything that we've heard here today. I'm sure that it's...
I'm sorry, could you, your name? I'm sorry.
Sharon Jones.
Sharon, thank you.
Is the majority of our sentiments exactly.